black magic has me in its spell.
I heard about these future-seeing blind sages called Gulgans living in a valley. Is it true? We got a ship. Now I can find beautiful women. Just kidding. Yeah, whatever happened with that one girl who liked you before? Anyway, now that we have done all of this stuff in the Nepto Temple, we can just pass through here. And while we do have access to the ship now, we don't have full access to the world. I'm gonna go ahead and use what Gnome Red is intended for. And that is to show the overworld. We're currently in the center body of water here, which can connect to the previous towns we were at before on the right there. Although, that little bit up there where those two paths almost meet is currently blocked off from us. So really all that's in this area is this place just south of us and a place just north. Let's start by heading down here, and we have just a peaceful little town to the side, the town of Tokul. Hi there. Go away, I have nothing you want. And off he goes. I beg you, don't kill me. It seems there are some disturbed mages here. Something weird happened, that's for sure. Huh? A kid just went into the furnace. Hello. Please spare my child, my only child. You're not one of them? Oh, I'm sorry, I thought those soldiers came back again. They took my husband to the desert to the west. They wore the seal of Argus. So it seems this town has been troubled by some soldiers wearing the brand of King Argus. There be a demon in the sands to the west. It's a giant tree that moves. I'm Tokul's elder. The soldiers pillaged our town, stealing our food and our young ones. They came from the desert to the west after that big earthquake. Look at what they did to this village. I see. You also have a secret bit of treasure here. A phoenix down and some sort of ghee that I believe is for the monk. That's enough exploring this town. Let's head into the desert that they've talked so much about over here. There's that giant living tree we were warned about. Well, might as well explore. Doesn't seem we can get in there, huh? Oh well. Up here, we seem to run into some sort of woods with a bunch of fairies. Hey there. If the Elder Tree doesn't return, these woods will die. The wizard who took the Elder can alter his weakness. You need to find a way to counter it. Okay, that's kind of a weird way of phrasing that, but I know what they're talking about. I actually have no idea what is this way. I see some sort of sea creature in the water there. Oh, but it looks like this is just a dead end. Okay, let's head back. Okay, so here we have Castle Argus, and this place is, well, it's completely empty, actually. Here's the round table, and yeah, there's no one here. There doesn't seem to be any sort of, any guards or soldiers or anything. I don't know why Desh is blue. Anyway, there might be some loot in Castle Argus I'm missing, although I'm not sure exactly where it is. Instead, we're just gonna head on to where we need to go next. There it is. We want to go into this cave just north of where we saw that sea creature earlier. Here we have Gulgan Gulch. These are the blind seers that Desh had told us about earlier. Let's go ahead and talk to each of them. This is Gulgan Gulch. Gulgans are born blind, but we can see the future. I think these guys have a very interesting looking sprite. It kind of reminds me of like some sort of like blank, faceless character, or something along those lines. The crystal that gave you light is the wind crystal. Find the other three, fire, water, and earth. The earthquake was just the beginning. The tremors that swallowed the crystals, the light of our world, and let demons crawl to the surface are nothing compared to the flood of darkness that is to come. I'm pretty sure that's just taken right from the intro. I see both light and dark in the future, but it's not certain. The weeping trees in the living woods are calling for you. When the tower begins to spew red flames, it'll crumble, and the man who changes destiny will wake. I sense the power of fire from the island of dwarves. What do we have deeper down here? We have one sage hanging out all alone. Use the spell and enter the Tower of Owen. Desh, your destiny awaits. We obtain the spell Toad. And so it seems there's some greater importance to Desh coming up here. I mean, after all, he doesn't quite remember who he is or where he's from, but he did go out to the mountains initially at some sort of quest, and now he has some sort of destiny in Owen? Let's head there now. But first, why don't we head there in some style? This game brings back one of the better elements of Final Fantasy II, the Chocobo. These guys made one very rare appearance in Final Fantasy II, but now they've made a much bigger resurgence. There's a few locations of them in the overworld, and they also have a more complex and interesting theme, which I think is very good. It's not as repetitive anymore. And yeah, there's a lot of joy of just running around as a Chocobo, not worrying about any encounters, just exploring the world. And this game does give you a lot of opportunities to do that. Final Fantasy II may have introduced the Chocobo, but this game is where they truly began to strive. Right here is good, Mr. Chocobo. And yeah, I had mentioned before when we used the gnome bread to look at the map, yeah, that place is blocked off, so we are kind of sealed in that center area. But anyway, let's head into this tower now.